In today's video, we'll be going through 3 ERP system integration questions. These are typically accounting interview questions that come up for roles that are 3+ years of experience. So these are roles like senior accountant, a manager of accounting, or a controller. So the questions I'll be going through are going to be related to system selections, automation in accounting, and the reliability of the financial reports that you receive. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Have you used automation or workflow streamlining to improve your accounting processes at your previous job? Okay, so this is another type of example of a question where you can brag about your experience with actual substance, right? So if you've implemented some sort of a automation process at your work, this is your chance to show how what you did reduce the time frame to perform certain accounting task or report or whatever the case is, right? So in my particular case, I'm going to talk about in my previous job where I implemented a commissioning system at my company. So previous to implementing the system, we were calculating commission using Excel. So commission for sales reps were done in Excel, and using Excel just wasn't efficient because we had some errors, we had some back and forth to get things approved. It just wasn't efficient. Plus the accounting behind it was complicated because under the new accounting rules under ASC 606, commissions had to be capitalized, and for us to capitalize and amortize these commissions using Excel took just many days and hours just working through these files, and they were prone to errors because they're Excel files and manual in nature. So what I've done with my team is migrate all of this into a system called Captivate IQ that we got the system to demo for us, and we like the system, so we went ahead and adapted it. Now that system syncs directly into Salesforce, so we're able to get the new sales from Salesforce, calculate the commission based on the compensation agreements, and this is all automatic, so we don't have to do it each month. The system calculates automatically. We review it, the manager of the sales rep reviews it, and we're comfortable with it, and then the system can do all of the accounting on the background, on the back end, so this way we're not having to do the calculation for the accounting side, the amortization of these commissions. So this is the example that I would bring up. That helped us bring down the days to close in terms of commission calculation from 3 days down to 1 day, right? So show the impact. So think of an example of an automation that you've done. Maybe you've connected a credit card to your accounting system, so to bring down the reconciliation time from 2 days to 1 day, or maybe you've connected an expense management solution like Expensify with your accounting package. Any kind of automation that you worked on can help, and you can talk about in this case. All right, here's another question that comes up in accounting interviews that I love. What criteria do you use to assess the reliability of financial information you receive? So what the interviewer here is doing is trying to assess your sense of skepticism, your professional skepticism, right? Are you someone who's gullible? Are you someone who's going to just take any financial information that's thrown at them and think it's true? So you want to show your professional skepticism, your due diligence in this case, right? So here are the things that I like to talk about when I am sitting in the interviewer chair in this case. So the first thing is the source of the information. When I receive financial information, I consider the source. Is the source of the information listed on the report? So for example, if it's a NetSuite report, it says the source and a link from where the report came from. That helps me validate that report comes from a trustworthy source. If it's a Salesforce report, it's going to have a link and a description of what the report is. So if the source is listed, this is going to be one of the things I look for to assess the reliability of the financial information. The second thing I think about is who is sending me this report. Is this someone that I dealt with in the past? Is this someone that I trust, that they have a good process for self-review before they send out their work? So that's the second factor. Is this report coming from someone that I worked with in the past who I can trust, or are we building a new relationship of trust where I still have to verify some of this information? The third thing that I do is double check the information myself against the report that I can generate myself, right? So if someone is sending me a balance sheet for the company, when I look at it, okay, I trust it's correct, but what I do is I download my own balance sheet and compare the numbers to see that we're looking at the same thing, right? So if I can get the information myself to double check the information I'm looking at, that's going to help me trust the information is correct. So 3 things: The first one is if the source is listed, where the source of the information came from. The second, whether I dealt with this person before and I know that they can deliver reliable financial information. And the third one is if there's a way for me to double check the information myself by downloading the same report, that would help me assess the reliability of the financial information. If you enjoy my method of teaching and feel ready to invest in a comprehensive accounting program, be sure to check out the Controller Academy, where I teach you the entire function of the financial controller. If you're interested, check out the link in the description below. In the course, I teach you through using company examples so that you can see all the steps it takes to create a world-class accounting process. I walk you through the setup of billing, accounts payable, equity accounting, and payroll, among many other topics. We discuss revenue recognition under ASC 606 using real-life customer agreements. I also show you how to prepare and analyze the financial statements. If you're interested, head to the website, link in the description, and check out the comprehensive curriculum. And now, back to the video. Okay, moving on to another one. Describe the advantages and disadvantages of different accounting systems you have used in your most recent accountant jobs. Okay, so in this case, you're going to be talking about the different accounting systems that you used in your recent jobs. Maybe you use SAP, maybe you use NetSuite, QuickBooks Online, whatever you use, you're going to be talking about in this case. In my case, I've used in the past QuickBooks Online and NetSuite. And I can tell you that QuickBooks Online has some advantages and some disadvantages. The advantage of QuickBooks Online is that it's easy to use. It's pretty intuitive, right? You can go in there and customize reports yourself without the need or the help of any systems person. You can go ahead and connect things together, like connecting a bank website or a credit card directly into QuickBooks Online. It's pretty easy to use. No need for additional tech support, right? The limitation in QuickBooks Online is that it cannot do advanced features such as multi-entity consolidation, and it does a terrible job at inventory management. It doesn't have the features that you need in terms of inventory management. So this is my experience with QuickBooks Online. Then after that, I migrated the system to NetSuite. And with NetSuite, I can tell you that it's a robust system because you can perform multi-entity consolidations. You can do customized reports, reporting on department, cost centers. It's pretty robust on the different things you can do. The only disadvantage that it has is that it's not super intuitive, and you would need someone who is from tech support, somebody who's a systems person, to help me generate these reports that I need. So these are the two systems that I've used. The interviewer in this case is trying to gauge how your ability to articulate your position. So I'm articulating why I like QuickBooks Online, what I didn't like about it, what I liked about NetSuite. It shows your understanding of the system. It shows your way of articulating things. So just think about the system that you've used in the past and how you can articulate your experience using these accounting systems.